Welcome back, gamers, and welcome to my channel. Good to talk to you once again, and today, first time ever, very first time ever, I will show you a brand new premium ship. Because we have too few of them. Frankly, we don't, but the truth is, we didn't ever have a super duper heavy cruiser with 66,000 HP pull tier 9 coal ship. Yes, you can purchase with the real money, but I honestly believe roughly 70 US dollars, that's way too much for one single ship. I suggest do whatever you want, but you know, this is probably one of, I know it sounds weird what I'm gonna say right now. The best thing about Wargame, it allows you to, you know, have opportunity to open some containers and some this festival stuff that you can open some super containers, and if you're lucky you may actually get some coal and save a little bit today playing some game. You open some regular containers, do some kind of missions. There is quite significant many opportunities so you can gain this coal. Probably not in one day, but very much like to say that use the coupons, save a couple of weeks or months, and one day, voila, you will get the coal enough to purchase a brand new tier 9 ship. So, the Carnot, the French new badass super duper cruiser. In my honestly opinion, she's a mix like Jean Bart and Henry, the French French super big large cruiser that she got nerfed. She got nerfed so much, I do believe several times. She was probably too good of a cruiser and probably too a lot of fun. But once again, guys, you have 3 minutes or 4 minutes, something like that, in super speed. You really want to have this big large what do you call it, maps, so you can put your enemy on fire like no one's business. The AP is also pretty alright if you can hit that first salvo. We have a huge pleasure to watch this awesome captain from EU server, and what is his name? His name is Papa Bray. Will show you what this ship is all about. Now I can definitely go and buy it. I have enough coal thanks to this special opportunity that you can open some super containers. All you need to do is literally play some tier 10 ships. If you have some, I know, kind of a rough for new players to get that. Okay, this bomber is very close at 11.4. That's first fire in all those shells. Now, you may argue, guys, that this is not Alaska, it's even a Aegir, because the truth is, all three ships, they play differently. With Alaska, you're more dangerous towards any other regular cruisers, and a big threat to destroyers as well. You see, destroyer don't like Alaska because she has all tools, you know, radar, hydro, you name it. At the same time, Aegir, it's more vulnerable and kind of a sluggish and easy to kill. On the other hand, it has nasty HE pan and a crazy nasty secondary, and if you're showing your broadside, probably pretty damn good AP. Now if you pay attention, in just seconds, this captain receives a huge amount of damage, probably pushing the envelope too close. So what I'm trying to say, and here's the most important, Henry IV are not liking to brawl versus battleships, and I believe most of the French are. I do enjoy playing the Charles Martel, the tier 8. However, to playing really correctly Charles Martel, it's actually a pretty damn strong ship if you know and you put yourself a distance, not 11.2 kilometers from a battleship, because even the bomber can have the secondary around that. It's this more than 15. I do honestly believe that Alaska kind of a struggle because of the slow shell arc to do this kind of a damage long range at someone who's agile and stuff like that. Now, there is a difference between those ships, and probably it's the reload. The reload is kind of a mediocre, probably the worst of all super cruisers have the worst. And you know, I definitely see that the armor it's not great either. The guns can definitely troll you. It's all probably a mix between a battleship and a heavy cruiser, you know. But overall, the main quirk and the feature, it's a good support. You are a support ship, probably one of the best in that regard, that you support your battleship. You support them and trying to put your enemy on fire. Only 3 fires, 44,000 damage so far, but we'll definitely gonna see. You are not a brawler. Matter of fact, you do not even have torpedoes. The German supercruiser have a torpedo and a very good hydro. You have kind of probably a mediocre French hydro. I have no idea about the AA. I do honestly believe the AA is fantastic. Now, there is, of course, a big downside. You are very bad cruiser to deal with the destroyer, because just look at this stupid reload time. Absolutely ridiculous. Your main targets actually is other battleship and something light cruiser. Or, okay, I don't. You believe this dude wants to die? Yeah. So probably the biggest con about this ship, it's definitely the very slow reload, and unfortunately it's a HE spammer. For anyone who's, you know, like this one, Scharnhorst, this is the best example. He's only tier 7 and voila, the shell wall all over the place, and he did whopping 425 damage to that Scharnhorst. The range is fantastic. I do believe you have enough range, and of course the matchmaking, it's a tier 7 to tier 9 and he's top dog, and I do not like this, guys. Seriously, if you're playing a super duper cruiser, I mean, what the hell even the battleship, the tier 7 battleships can do against you. You have more HP pool than the freaking Scharnhorst, for crying out loud. I would even go so far, if you put this, what do you call it, the perk, the commander perk will give you plus 400. You have whopping 70,000 HP pool, which brings me close to Alsace. You see that Alsace has 74. So with right type of perk, you have only 4,000 less HP pool than Alsace. How ridiculous is that? So of course the tier 7 struggles, and I'm not talking about tier 7 cruisers, because the tier 7 cruisers, they are just food piñata versus your big caliber guns. And I do honestly believe the AP is fantastic, the H is also fantastic, and also shell travel time, it's easy to land. Yes, it's easy to land, and on the other hand, you kind of receive a lot of damage. But let's see if we can put this dude on fire. I do kind of like the guns, guys, seriously. In this game, small caliber guns can not quite hurt people, and in that regard, she's more like a French Izuma. Yes, you heard me right. You would definitely play her like Izuma, long range HE, but the biggest difference between those two ships is this ship is way faster. With speed boost, you do honestly believe that you'll reach with speed flag more than 40 knots speed. And there are very few, very few cruisers which have this speed. Of course, some maps are not that important there. You have this crazy speed. On the other hand, it's easy to flank, it's easy to go left and right. And let's talk about her survival. It's not the best, I would like to say that. not the worst, kind of alright-ish for a cruiser. If you proper angle, I do believe you can take some hits. After all, you have this weird combo, very hard hitting guns, very high percent to put your enemy on fire, and what else you need to know is that you have easy to disengage and pretty nasty good chance to... Oh man, that was only 1700 damage. So versus on the other smaller caliber guns, your armor, it's definitely not bad. Very good that he prioritized this destroyer, and there you have 4,000. You see, anything light, these guns can definitely hurt. That destroyer received whopping close to 4,300 damage, and he died instantly. So yeah, even that alpha damage, or shall I say not alpha, the reload of the guns are kind of a mediocre. It's a balancing factor. I believe, guys, and here's my thought. In some maps, this ship is absolutely a monster. What I'm saying that it's that when you playing the correct Bayard, Charles Martel, you have something that the Japanese cruiser can only dream about, and there is the damn range. Very hard hitting, high percent to put your enemy on fire, and there's this truth also about the Japanese one. However, they do not have the range. Baltimore was very good angle, and he still managed to, with the AP 6,200 of damage, which is fantastic. Now this cap is kind of a low, and yeah, no more heal. The only saving your bot, it's actually the speed. And trust me what I'm gonna say right now, if you put this special module speed, you probably have this speed around close to 4 minutes. And yes, the downside is this is a very large, big cruiser. I have no idea about the AA, probably not the best, but definitely not the worst. I would think that her AA, it's pretty much alright-ish. Your main job as a Super Cruiser series, guys, I'm not joking. Even if I'm playing the Alaska and Ager, it's to do this broadside, yes. I mean, seriously. Lesson number 1, never ever ever show broadside to Alaska, Ager, or the Carnot. How's that? You might be blapped for everything you have. When it's blapped, well, instantly die. I have managed with my Alaska, I've done one time 55,000 damage one salvo. And versus a cruiser I did 48,000 and I instantly kill him, whatever the HP pool he had. And what do you call it? 12,101 Citadel. Confederate's done. And I don't believe that this captain got a ticket. He's showing still broadside, and he's kind of a slow. You see, that's the biggest. It's a food farming piñata. And what do you know? 27,003 Citadel. And of course, next salvo he will be dead. Now there's someone is targeting this captain, and yep, he got lucky. But I do believe he will finish this Izuma. Yep, one more Citadel. That is the reason. Oh man, someone definitely. Oh, that was close. Matter of fact, he could definitely have died here. He have no more heal, and probably your job as a super cruiser, it's instantly delete, or in couple salvo delete very healthy cruiser from almost full health to 0 in 3 salvos. Probably that is your main goal. And yes, that must be the Kansas who have done significant damage, but he has a bigger problem because, you know, he cannot shoot all. Oh man, that was a very unfortunately ricochet. Yeah, the APR have not this US super improved angle, so you kind of need to change to HE. And HE, even though it does little damage, the chance to put your enemy on fire, it's high. I do believe there in some maps, in some regards, you can have several fires in one single salvo, if the RNG bless you. So the accuracy, it's not quite Aegis or not even the Alaska. It's more like derpy. I have no idea. Yeah, only 2 shells. Hit him for 1,400. Problem is that Kansas killed the friendly, and now he's along with Lion. Lion should have survived this one. Let's see if RNG is blessing you with more fires. Yes, 1 more fire and 5,800. Okay, the secondary, it's not bad. That it's a kind of a thing I forgot, guys. The secondary are absolutely fantastic for a cruiser. And 1 more fire, and I do believe the Kansas is dead. Guys, thanks guys for watching, and always Captain's Fierces and